Why? What do you want? Oh.
If I request a Venmo for food, can I include nails?
Yeah, why?
No.
Dave, just do it. You don't have to.
No, I don't want to get greedy.
I think that's what you have to understand.
I don't like to be greedy.
No, okay, that's good. I know. I think what you have to understand is that that stuff's not greedy, so you don't have to ask. It's not like that type of stuff. Like if you want to ask once, like you said, is it greedy? And I go, no, it's not greedy. Then moving forward, you don't have to ask.
It's just once a month.
Yeah, I don't
Okay, so the Buenamicha came out to 56. Nails is gonna be a fill, will be 65.
care. All right.
What's 56 to 65? That's
It's like
115.
115. All right. Cowboys.
I'm so lazy. Alright, let me go poopies, and then I'll come out and put something on.
54.
How's this Fit Crunch bar? I saw these
I mean, it was kind of chewy, but since I just needed something, it wasn't terrible.
I'm so proud of you. You finished it. Yay.
I always finish that. No. Ooh-wee. Yeah, the good Lord was on my side today.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Denver. Here's 1st and 10. They'll They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. It's another run here for Williams. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. 10
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll go again with Williams. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Nix. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Donovan Wilson. And the Cowboys are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. Anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Throwing, Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
We met with them the other day, Mike, and the offensive coordinator, he went out of his way. He was adamant that they felt really good early in this game. There was a lot of things on this opening script they could do to attack this defense. Well, needless to say, I don't think giving up a sack on the first play was what he had in mind, and now they face a 2nd and long. They got to get back on track.
He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
To throw, here's Lance. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Lance. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send Sutton in motion. Nix now on 1st and 10. Got it into the hands of Mims. 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he gets this up to the 42. 1 quarter in the play. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Open is Troutman downfield. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing. Nix. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Got his man at the 6. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And he will score. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Denver. Will Lutz now for the PAT. His kick is good. The Broncos will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all time, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Lance looking to... That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through. And yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
And they'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action with Nix. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now Lance.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
That one late over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Mims sent in motion here. A first down throw for Nix. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Well, a big play there and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds. There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly, and even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is 3rd and 10. That's into the hands of Turpin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Kicking time, the field goal unit out for the Cowboys. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will tie this game up here late in the first half. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Lance. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Back to the air one more time. He's going to tuck it and go.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Dowdle. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. So, points at the end of the third quarter. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. And he will dive into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, here's Nix to throw. This one complete to Sutton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And the Broncos first down.
Throwing is Nix. You'll find his tight end, that's Troutman. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down.
To throw is Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
The second down throw is incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Donovan Wilson.
This is something we see so often.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. Down the right sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Jaguars. Take Bigsby. 70 yards. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for, because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both, over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Working from the gun, Lance. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Lance going to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. From the gun, it's Lance. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they'll go for it. Lance. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Escaping the... Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe
to the right side and intercepted. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Lawrence on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jags have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw, it's Lance. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. A nice little juke. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He'll buy some time right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Here's Lance. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Lance looking to throw it. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Shotgun now for Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Now Lance again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Operating from the gun, Lance. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Lawrence will throw. That one complete downfield to Kirk.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. A final shot before half for Lance. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing to start the drive. Lance. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. To throw again on second down. Lance on the out route. It's Lamb with a grab. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Lance eluding the pressure right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Joshua Hines-Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Lance. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lance. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd down and 4. Here's a give to Bigsby. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section
What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff to Bigsby. Able to power through and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive. Lance, he'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
From the 44, Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lance working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here we go, 1st and goal. Again, it's Lance. Escaping the... And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Trey Lance taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one incomplete, but a flag down here on the play. And this might be offsides. If it is, they're going to get another shot. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here from the gun, Bigsby. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And Bigsby once more. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A run here with Bigsby.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with ETN. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
For the field goal, a 47-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
One final try now for Lance. This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. A fun, close ball game comes to an